Hello and congratulations if you have been with us throughout this goal setting mastermind session. I am Patricia Jifamen-Salakai, a communication and leadership coach, and I've taken on this challenge to help you build your own plan, create your own map, so that as you go into 2020, you have a clear focus and a clear idea of what you want to do as the year runs down. We have gone through the brain dumping session. We've gone through the time of reflection. We have taken that soul searching process of forgiving ourselves, of congratulating ourselves, of getting our mindsets ready. Because if we have been able to chalk a few milestones, then it is possible for us to do even more. And then we've gone through making our goals smart. It's important that when you are setting goals, you make them smart. And it helps us be more specific with what we want to achieve, make it measurable, and get clear instances of what the goal's completion will look like. So for instance, if your goal is to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? And how many weeks do you want to use in losing that weight? And how many days or how many times would you need to exercise? And even in terms of exercising, what types of exercises are you going to engage in? Are you also going to do anything about your diet? What are you going to take? What will be the intake? What will be the portion sizes? So we're saying that in whatever goal that you have set for yourself, you must make it specific. You must make it measurable. You must make it achievable. If you are, for instance, let's give ourselves an example of 100 kilos. If you weigh 100 kilos and you give yourself a matter of 1 week to lose 50 kilos, is it achievable? Is it realistic? So we're saying that whatever the goal is, give yourself a realistic target. A realistic target. It could be that you want to build, but in 2020, your focus is going to be on getting the foundation up. Or your focus is going to be building and putting on those building blocks until you get to the roofing stage. It could be that your purpose is to gain some professional certification. So in 2020, you're looking at how many levels or how many certificates in working towards this professional certification. How many certificates or examinations do I have to sit? And can I sit in that year 2020? Okay, so we're saying that let it be specific, let it be measurable, let it be attainable or achievable. It should be realistic, and then it should be time bound. Now, after going through that, day 4, I want us to focus on, again, the big chunk, the big picture, that big dream that we have. Would you be able to do it by yourself? Would you be able to do it on your own? Do you need support? Most of the times, people have great ideas, but they need other connectors. They need other dots that will connect to their own dots to form that line that leads to the end of that desired goal they have. I want to use the lessons I learned when I researched and studied about the hot air balloon and how it was invented. You would realize that curiosity about how this paper crafts can stay in the skies filled with air or filled with a type of gas. Somebody had that curiosity, and as they kept asking questions, they kept bouncing it off on other people, and they kept looking into the science behind it and the art behind it. So the first inventors actually used paper. They thought it was just about burning the fire and allowing the smoke to fill it up, and then it would help it to rise. But they realized it couldn't stay for that long. And the paper they were using was not even of that good quality. Other brothers And I'm not going to go into the full detail because I want you to also go out there and research on it, because I've put it on the platform as well. So you realize that as other people became curious about the hot air balloon, they all started researching. They started using different materials, different resources, different forms of gases, and they kept scaling higher highs in terms of the research and the investment that they were putting in. And that was able to help us see and witness the final creation of the hot air balloon that we see right now. And you may be surprised. Most people have ideas, they're not writing them down. There's no research being done about it. They're not asking people who are already in the industry the challenges they are facing and how they can provide solutions to that challenge the person is discussing with them. And you also realize that most of the time, people do not share their thoughts. They don't brainstorm with others. And so they're not able to get the fullness of that end desire that they're looking for. It is so important that you learn to reach out to others in discussing and talking about your ideas and your goals. Somebody out there may have started to a certain point, and because they couldn't find that other dot, they probably have paused. But if you ask the right questions and you reach out to the right people, both of you can connect your dots, and then it will take you further. So if you are in a business or you're looking at going into a business, whatever market you want to enter in, you need to ask yourself, what are the challenges that these people are already facing? What are some of the things that the customers probably are asking for? Or what is another need that when you refine what is currently being delivered will give an improved version? Okay? So we're saying that whatever your goal is, sometimes you're not able to achieve it because you're not collaborating. You're not reaching out. You're not learning from others. You're not building upon what others have done. And especially when I think about leaders in our part of the world, you realize leaders will start something and another leader comes on board and they want to do something different because they're thinking, I must own this. I must own this process. I must own this initiative. We do not want to build on what others have begun in order to make it better. But that is not the way to go. The way to go is for continuous improvement on what we are receiving in terms of service and products, and making it better, making it more efficient. So you can be thinking about, how can I make a certain process right now that customers are buying into? How can I make that process more efficient? You need to go and ask whoever is already in that business or industry, and then find out what their challenges are. And then you start thinking about how to resolve that challenge and not start from the scratch. So you come out with a better version, an improved version, and you can do that in collaboration with this other person who is already doing whatever it is you want to go into. So day 4 is actually thinking about who else is in this journey, who else is following this path or along this path that I can partner with, that I can collaborate with, that I can go and learn something from. Who can I bounce off this idea with for them to say, you know what, I think I know A or B who is also thinking about the same thing. It may not be the exact same thing you're also talking about, but I think when the two of you start talking, you will come out with a better version. That is what I want you to start thinking. Who or what skill, what competency do you need? What skill, what competency do you need in order to push your goal forward so that you'll be able to realize it and not get frustrated because you haven't gotten the end result the way you wanted it, just because you wanted to do it alone. And throughout this process of group coaching, you will realize one thing. I have made it practical for you to understand that you can use what you have currently to start something. If it's something you need to put on video, something you need to put in Word, you can use whatever you have. If it is a phone device you have, you can use that. If it's a laptop device you have, you can use that. Whatever you have currently in your hands is something valuable you can use. It's a tool you can use. You can start your journey with what you have and not necessarily sit down waiting for the perfect day. A lot of businesses are stalling because they are waiting for the perfect location. They are waiting for that huge sum of money to get that office space, to decorate it, and compare themselves with others who have been in the business for decades. That is not the way to go. You can still dream big, but start small. Start small, build on it, improve. Let it be a continuous improvement. Let it be a continuous increment on what you've been able to bring out, whether it's to the benefit of your customers, the benefit of the community, or the benefit of the society in which you live in. I hope this has given you some insights, and it's already popping some names, some organizations, some industries into your mind right now. It's helping you to think about, well, if I am in the business of, assuming, Kenke production, why can't I partner with somebody who is in the shuttle business so that together we can have a pack delivered to offices and it's her shuttle or his shuttle and my Kenke, and then somebody else probably is doing the chicken or doing the fish. I'm just giving these as examples for you to understand that, look, you may have a certain concept, but it doesn't mean that you have to bring about all the components that makes the product or that makes the service the service. Think about collaboration. Think about writing down that idea, the challenges, the solutions, what you were able to do, the level you were able to reach. Write it down. One day in future, somebody will be building upon that, and together you would all have come out with a product or a service valuable to humanity or the society in which you find yourself. I hope this has been fruitful. I will look out for your comments, the questions, and then see how well you're doing on your own assigned task. Thank you for watching. Day 5 is tomorrow, and that'll be our final day for this group coaching. Thank you.